What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just got back from watching Transformers Rise of the Beasts, and I gotta say, I had very high hopes for this movie. Let me just get this out there. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It definitely was action-packed. But I think my hopes were higher than it should have been. So let's just put this out there. It has a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene to stay after for. Now, the mid-credit scene does show, it introduces us and it opens up the door to a crossover with another franchise. And the theater went nuts for it. I'll just put that there. Okay. I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay. So, in the beginning of this movie, and this is non-spoiler, in the beginning of the movie, there was a lot of dialogue. There was a lot of storytelling, a lot of, opening up the doors for Noah's character and Elena's character, who's the girl and the guy who star in the movie. And we see how their characters end up coming together at some point and why. And so Noah, I'm not going to say too much, but Noah has a reason for, working with them. And you will see how that happens, how he even gets mixed up with them in the first place. Noah's character plays a son and a big brother who is trying to make it. I'll just say that. And the girl, I won't say too much about her, but Elena's character, she's very smart when it comes to art and sculptures and artifacts and things like that. And so there's something that happens with her, and then they end up meeting each other at some point. And so, of course, we all was, we saw the trailers, we saw the fight scenes. So Optimus Prime did his thing, as always. Bumblebee is also my guy. Did his thing. Then they had RC, who's pretty cool. She did a lot of flips and stuff like that, and I like that about her. And I love how Optimus Prime is just so powerful, and he's a true, leader, and that's how he always comes across in these movies. And he definitely did not disappoint, of course. Mirage definitely played a big part in this movie, but I gotta say, you know how Bumblebee has his quirks, like he's like that cool, dude, like the way he talks and stuff, like he's down with you, he's cool with you and stuff. So Mirage is kind of like that, but I don't want to say obnoxious, because he didn't bother me much. I just felt like he was just a little bit much. There was a lot of jokes that did not land, a lot of funny moments. I think I chuckled a few times. Me and Tyrone chuckled a few times, but most of the time we were, pretty serious until it got towards the end of the movie. And of course, if you guys know how these movies go down, of course, there's always, fight scenes and things like that. And so I will say, though, there was some parts of Mirage that I was just like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like he's a pretty cool Transformer. But when his character and stuff, it was just like, it wasn't really landing a lot, you know what I mean? So then um we've got what the heck was his name? Now, I grew up knowing the Transformers, but I didn't like watch them the way like my male cousins and my male friends and them watched it. But um there's a little change to one of the characters, um which was a total change. Like, didn't even, whatever. We're gonna leave that alone. Of course, we see Unicron. Big, powerful. It came with a lot of, um, you know, the badness. I can't even. Unicron is just evil and bad and malicious, and it played every single bit of that. Let's see. Then we've got Optimus Primal. Now, Optimus Primal was pretty cool. He was pretty cool. He was up there for me with Prime and Bumblebee. And he does something pretty cool towards the end, one of the fight scenes, and it was kind of dope to see him do what he did. So the way that he transformed was wild. But that was pretty cool. And then there's Air Razor, who was pretty nice. She's like the peacemaker or whatever, and she's the one who's friends with Optimus Primal. I'm trying to remember everything and not give too much away. So then we've got, of course, the bad guys. We've got Scorch, who played the heck out of his bad role along with his sidekicks. I forgot their names. Because there was a couple of other ones, and I forgot their names. But anyway, so of course we know what happens. They are trying, we know the story. Now they're going at each other because, you know, of all the chaos and things, and they're basically just trying to figure out a way to stop Unicron. So, you know, there's all this stuff going on, all these fight scenes and everything, and you know, the humans, they play a pretty good part, and then they end up in this place where they have allies there who also help them out as well. But then it was kind of cool at the end because there's a transition from I don't want to give it away too much, but anyway, Noah does this thing towards the end, and it was kind of cool to see all of them, you know, come together to go against Unicron. The ending was probably my favorite part, not because it was the end of the movie, but you know, the crazy fight scenes always, the best fight scenes always happen sometimes at the end of the movie. So I definitely enjoyed that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like, I'm trying to tell you guys how I felt about it without giving away too much. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Of course, there's, like I said, there is a mid-credit scene, which is, of course, it gives you the open door to what's to come. And then there's a post-credit scene. So it's worth to stay after. But I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. But I just wish I wish I didn't have the high expectations that I did have for it. I don't feel let down, but I feel like, oh man, like I don't know, like I wasn't pumped like I thought I was going to be, the way that I've been pumped in other Transformer movies before. But like I said, don't take my word for it. Go over there and watch it for yourself. We didn't watch it in 3D or 4DX or anything like that. It didn't need it because the theater that we were at, like the chairs were shaking, the bass was nuts. It was absolutely crazy. But it's definitely worth watching. Of course, if you are a Transformers fan, then you will absolutely probably love it. Probably feel you don't know. But for me, I had a good time watching it. I just feel like it didn't I guess I don't want to say it wasn't what I thought. I just felt like really hyped about it, and I had my moment where I was just like, oh, okay, this isn't so bad. This is, I just felt like maybe it could have been, I don't know. Like I found myself just laughing more in other Transformers movies. There was more of like, oh shoot, oh, when it came to certain things. And this one didn't really give it to me. It was more of, it was the whole saving the world, going through different fights and just trying to get through and stuff like that. But anyway, go over there and watch it for yourself. Come back here and let me know what you guys think. But I rate this, I definitely rate this a 3.5 out of 5 toodles. It's above average, but not up there at the 5. Like it wasn't, it didn't blow my mind. It didn't blow my mind. But 3.5 out of 5 toodles. Is what I'm giving Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed my review. Please go watch it for yourself. Do not take my word for it. All opinions and thoughts are welcome here. Whether you loved it, whether you hated it, whether you were indifferent about it, please come back and let me know what you guys think. I'm always curious to know, especially when there's a lot of diehard fans out there. I definitely want to know your take on the characters and what you thought as far as how they handle them and how they put them out there. So definitely let me know. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!